And here he is, match point.
Very similar start. And yeah, there's the patience. Full screen almost as Brog. Just building up Ultra meter. You know, obviously Ultra, a big part of this match. When he has it, he can blow up fireballs. He can combo, he can get the corner. Very useful.
It's so much more than just damage. This is the utility of it is so important.
The threat. And Daigo's giving it to him.
Yeah, he is playing this game.
And Daigo's misplacing Crouching Guinea Pigs. Oh, he's got to settle down a little bit. He's got to think things.
He's got to be careful now. He does have a super meter, so too close of a rush punch can get punished by that.
I like the stand jab, but didn't get the combo afterward. Now, very risky.
At BTC just to save himself smart. And he chases that down.
And here's the corner now, Daigo. Out there. He is still so damaging, but he's on the
Close
ropes.
to stun.
He's on the ropes!
Focus! He did the red focus! He did the red focus and it takes it! Balrog has eliminated Daigo Umahara! Balrog pulling out the rabbit right out of the hat at the last second with that red focus. Amazing, amazing, amazing decision with that red focus.
Wow, he saved that for right at the end.
Beautiful.
That you don't see anybody do that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Born Free here, and I am here with CYG Games. PR Balrog, how the hell are you?
I am pretty good. I'm a little bit tired today, but I'm still pretty good. You know, as usual, playing a lot.
Yeah, you're tired because you were working so hard last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you gotta rep that brand. So it was all work, all work. All right. So I wanted to ask you. I guess first off is you haven't been streaming so much lately, right? So what's going on?
So at my house, we have been trying to make a room specifically just for streaming, right? So that didn't end up working out. We couldn't get internet into that specific room just because, you know, we live in an apartment and stuff like that. So it was pretty hard to just get that internet there. So I'm in the process of moving everything back to where it was before, where I used to stream. And that's mainly the reason why I haven't streamed. But hopefully, I know that I say this a lot, but hopefully between this week and maybe next week, I will start streaming back.
Okay. And you're going to be playing Akuma, right?
Yeah, I've been playing Akuma. I don't play Boxer anymore.
No Boxer at all?
No.
Not even for your stream monsters?
I mean, the streaming is different. I mean, I probably can play almost any character, so I don't really care about that. No, but in tournament, I'm only Akuma.
Only Akuma. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Arcade Edition, right? So, Season 3, Arcade Edition, they made, you know, some changes to characters, obviously, and they've made some more, I guess, global changes, is a term I picked up earlier. What are your thoughts on Arcade Edition? What do you like about it? What would you like to see improved?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think the game has changed a lot.
Okay.
The changes, aside from the throw loops, I think that's mostly what changed the most. But I still think that they should give other characters reversals too, still, to this day. And nothing, I think Abigail is a little bit too strong. And Rashid too.
Wait, what?
I said that Abigail is a little bit too strong, and Rashid too.
Okay. All right, just clarifying. All right, so...
But I do play Akuma, I'm sorry, but I do play Akuma. He's cheap too, okay? I will say it, okay?
You think Akuma's... I mean... All right, this is me going into I'm going into defensive Akuma mode here. Like, I mean, whatever. I think he takes a little bit more skill than some of the other characters to play, at least. I mean, he's not super cheap, and there's... Yeah. But, you know...
If you say so.
All right, I have no comment on that because this interview isn't about me; it's about you. Actually, which V-Trigger do you use? Do you use both of them?
So I mostly use V-Trigger 1, but if I need to kill a character as fast as possible, I usually use V-Trigger 2. Like against Cammy, I usually use V-Trigger 2 because I want to kill her as fast as possible. and maybe against Rashid also. But overall, V-Trigger 1, I think is overall better. Yeah.
So like so when you talk about keep killing them as fast as possible, is getting the because it's a 2-bar V gauge, you can
Correct.
get it as quickly as you possibly can, and then you can
Correct.
potentially get a second one.
Yeah, so I mean, you basically get more damage of anti-airs, more damage of every confirm. So it's actually pretty good. And the fact that, like you said, is a 2-bar V-Trigger, you will probably get it twice in a match. So that's pretty good. I mean, there's pretty good 2-bar V-Triggers in the game, and I think that's one of them, actually. Yeah. Like one of the strongest ones, definitely.
I want to talk about something that is a hot topic. It's been a hot topic for ages now, and that is this idea of like FGC versus esports, right? And I don't know, they're terms ultimately, FGC and esports, but some people have a very good idea of what they think esports is, and some people have a very good idea of what they think the FGC is. And do you have a perspective on this? Some people are saying, some people are unhappy about the direction of the FGC and this idea of moving into esports. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that whole topic of conversation.
So basically, if we see it from the outside, it looks a little bit worse than it is, I think. Just because of the fact that I've been through a lot in the FGC. I went from the roots to like the beginning of esports, and now we're here now, right? So I think people are just mostly scared of losing that first part, the roots, which is all the arcade scene and all that stuff that people, all that screaming and all that stuff. Like now you have to be more corporate, right? You have to be a little bit more quiet. You have to be a little bit more educated. So I was talking about also, like, when a person is sponsored, they're not allowed to like talk very much, right? They have to like be quiet a little bit. And, I feel that sometimes you can't be yourself whenever you're sponsored too.
Okay.
Right? So I guess some people do get scared because of that, because you don't get to see the real players and stuff like that anymore. But it might be a good thing. It might be a bad thing. I'm not really sure. I just try to stay low now. I don't try to say anything that much anymore. So I don't know. Maybe it's a bad thing. I'm not really sure what to say about it.
Well, I mean, like, I like asking the question. I think that, I can do a whole another video on this, but I think that when you grow, there are things that there's a give and take, basically. So if you want a bunch of people to give you money, sometimes there's a bit of give and take, and some people don't want that to happen. And so it's an interesting subject, and certainly interesting hearing from you. Talking of, I guess, sort of FGC roots and that sort of stuff. This weekend we had Caba, the sort of cheering incident or screaming incident, depending on where you stand. What are your thoughts? Did you see it? Did you see the videos? Have you what are your thoughts on it?
So I saw one of the videos. Like I said, I don't like to go into drama a lot, but Caba, as I like, and sometimes I just got to defend him, but I also know that he's wrong. Why do I say this? At least in the Caribbean and that Latin culture, I grew up with that. Right. I grew up with people screaming in my ear all the time, and that's how Puerto Rico was. And when I went to Dominican Republic, there was a Street Fighter 4 vanilla days. They literally screamed in my ear. I can understand them too, right? And sometimes it can get a little bit disrespectful, but they don't do it with a bad intention, right? On that video, it kind of did look like a bad intention, because a lot of times, they were like far away, and Caba was literally screaming for no reason. And it was like a loud scream. It was one of that, like that, like, come on, like nothing's happening. At least let them play, right? And we know Caba for being loud, right? But usually when he's loud, Mena is on the stage. It's very rare that you can see them, like, on the sidelines where nobody has a headset. And that will actually, then it literally affected Goichi, and it literally affected CJ Truth. So, take it as you can. I think he is wrong and right at the same time. So,
Do you think that like they should take measures to try and, I don't know, figure it out, or put rules in place or whatever?
Yes, I've been. So if you played on the East Coast, like East Coast is very very loud too, and a lot of the times in the East Coast there's not a lot of room to play, and everybody's like around you. So I've been saying ever since I started my pro gaming career, at least put a space for the players to play. Like, don't get too close. Maybe maybe like 10 meters away or something like that. Something very small, but that at least the players can breathe and you can block out the sound a little bit. But I do think if an event is sponsored also for headsets, I think like every single system should have a headset. I don't know how that's gonna happen because it never does, aside from Evo, and that did not work very well. So I don't know. I really think that we should have headsets in every single setup.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's also gonna be tough policing that kind of thing, because you don't want, the magic of these open tournaments is definitely being able to stand there and be right behind like some legendary players playing, like, off stream or whatever. It's an amazing experience. So I don't know. I hope as a community we just figure it out.
Yeah, and also going back to the Caba thing, right? The reason why I say he's mostly wrong too is because of the fact that Goichi actually told him to shut up. Right? So if you tell him to shut up, you should shut up. You're clearly mind fucking him. Sorry for the bad word, but if I've actually had that happen to me at Evo. I remember MOV was like, the Japanese that, hey. He was like, I remember he was doing that to me. I just told him, can you not say anything anymore? And he said, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, boom. That's it. Yeah. But if you say somebody to shut up and then they just keep going, oh, shut up, you shut up, or something like that, then that's bad. And that's why I think Caba is getting all the heat that he's actually getting.
Did Guiji actually say?
Yeah, if you see that video, he says, like, please.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, he actually apologized online, I think. So,
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. So, talking of players, I wanted to ask you, did you watch Kemonomichi?
I watched a little bit. I didn't watch it completely. I can't watch Street Fighter 5 matches.
Did you? Okay. Did you see the ending? Did you see the build up and the ending and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been friends with both of them, and they've always been kind of like, they've been rivals for a long time. So I didn't expect Tokido to be so emotional like that. But I mean, it's actually awesome seeing the growth where he has been, how he is now, and how much respect he has for Daigo, even after this day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's actually pretty awesome.
And what were you thinking when you saw him so emotional? You were just surprised, or?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. I mean, you don't beat the beast all the time, right? It's very hard to beat Daigo in a first to 10. And the fact that Tokido said, okay, I think this is time that I can finally beat you. And to me, I think it was really funny, the fact that Daigo said, like, how can I possibly lose this race?
That was, this is why I like talking about it, because there's a big psychological aspect to their rivalry, clearly. Definitely. So like, for him to just sort of say up front, I can't possibly lose, that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing for so long, dude. Like, what was it? I was like probably like 10 years old, and they were probably still playing together. So yeah, getting beat by Daigo for that long, it's not easy. So I understand like why he got so emotional and why Daigo was so confident.
Do you have anyone like that? Like, do you have anyone who's just like, you feel like you've never beaten, or you've never beaten, or you feel like you can't beat?
Well, to be honest, it's kind of like different. I don't think I'm very good in like very long sets. Maybe now I'm better than before, but I don't think I've taken it that serious ever, so I can't say anything about that. Yeah.
Do you like that idea, the long exhibition sets? Like, would you, if someone challenged you, would you be excited by that prospect?
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Of course, I've always liked exhibitions like that, especially if there's two really good players and there's just a big build-up.
These first to tens are, I think they're pretty hype actually.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that makes me like that type of format is the fact that in Street Fighter 5, there's like not many histories, right?
Yeah.
Like if you see Daigo and Tokido have a history from before, but it's very hard to get a first attempt from two new players because there's no history, or like an old player with a new player. There's not that much history either. So I don't know how to say it. It's kind of like, yeah, it's good, but it's bad at the same time, I guess. Like if it's two new players, I would not watch it that much. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Actually, I was going to ask you who's your favorite player to watch, but it sounds like you don't watch a lot.
I
but
do have a favorite player though.
You do?
Yeah.
Go on.
It's definitely the beast, Daigo.
It is?
Yeah, free. There's no question about that.
No question?
Yeah, him and Tokido are both my most watched. If you go to my YouTube history, there's definitely both of them, yeah.
And do you have for Akuma? Do you watch Takedo only, or do you watch a bunch of different players, or how do you go about? How did you go about learning Akuma?
So to be honest, I tried to defer myself from watching anything first. I try to learn the character myself, and I try to improve as a player alone. And then if I see that I plateau and then I can't improve at all, then I will watch somebody else. So right now I haven't watched anybody. Everybody keeps saying, have you watched Tokido? Have you watched Angry Bird? Have you watched, like other people? I'm like, not really, because I'm not there yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I know I'm pretty sure you don't have a training schedule, right?
Not anymore, but I plan to have it again.
Okay, well, let's talk about that for a second then. Like plans. What are your plans?
Well, Akuma has revived my love of the game.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to try and put as much time as possible. At this thing about the Fit FGC, I like it. So the fact that I'm happy that Danny Pham has started that, I think it's actually pretty cool because it actually motivated me and motivated a lot of players to just start working out, eat better, go to tournaments, try to eat better. So I think that's pretty good. So right now my schedule is basically wake up, I drink a smoothie, it's all vegetables, etc. I just put everything there. I drink it, go to work, come back, go to the gym, and then play for as long as I can, then go back to sleep. That's basically my schedule.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough schedule.
It's a tough schedule, but I mean, you gotta pay the bills, and I gotta be a good player, and I'm not a good player still in this game, so I still gotta work a little bit harder, I think, even if it's a tough schedule.
Yeah, it would be nice to win Capcom Cup, right?
I mean, I don't really care about the money, but I would like to.
No, but I'm saying pay the bills and be a good player.
Yeah, I would prefer winning Evo.
Winning it, yeah. You prefer winning Evo?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah. All right. So I want to ask you about pressure when you're competing, right? So you've been doing it for a long time now. Can you remember the first time that you felt like you were in a pressure situation? Were you nervous? And do you have techniques for overcoming pressure situations?
To be honest, I'm one of the lucky ones. I rarely get scared or anything. So the last time that I got scared was a tournament in Puerto Rico, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a long time ago. It was a Tekken tournament, and I don't know. My heart was beating so fast and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. Aside from that, even when I went to Evo for the first time in 2009, when I was in top 8, I was not even scared. I was just playing. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really know. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Some people are just like that, Let me ask you about Sakura, Blanka. Do you feel like those characters are, interesting or viable? Or?
I mean, I'm just gonna go by what everybody says. Everybody says that they suck. so yeah, they suck.
Alright, so you haven't-
Capcom, please.
Capcom, please. So you haven't had much experience with those. All right, what about the characters coming? Falca, Cody, G, and Sagat. Sagat. I always say it wrong. Everyone's going to kill me. Are you interested in any of those characters?
I'm interested in Cody,
Yeah.
and of course the King, of course. G looks cool, but he kind of looks like a Dan character.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really care about that. And Falk looks pretty cool from what I've seen. To be honest, I play Akuma, so I don't. What else do I need to play?
So you don't feel like switching to like if Sagat was strong or Cody was strong, you wouldn't feel like switching. You don't have an emotional attachment to any of those characters.
No, it depends on how fun they are. I think I've gotten to that point that I don't care if the character is like top tier and boring.
Yeah.
Like it has to be fun.
Yeah.
Right. So if the character's top tier and fun, then I might play them. Who
Okay.
knows if they're very good? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd say not Nakali.
Balrog is boring.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about general fighting games.
Okay.
So Dragon Ball Fighters is out, and there's some others on the horizon. Which one do you find? Are you interested in any of the games that are coming? You're interested in any of the games that have recently been released? Are you interested in playing any of them?
So I started playing a little bit of Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball. I'm not gonna lie. Sadly, I don't have enough time to play both games. That's why I'm trying to get as good as I can with Akuma, so I can go and spend more time in Dragon Ball. You guys know me. I love those 3v3s style games.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not gonna lie, watching Goichi versus Sonic Fox was freaking amazing in final round. So after that, it actually sparked something in myself, and like I literally just want to play that all the time.
So, okay, so let's just take a step back actually, because I just realized that you were a Marvel boy, right? So, did you play Infinite at all?
I did until until I saw Sonic Fox doing an infinite block string, and then after that I stopped playing.
Really?
when he beat Filipino champ, I was like, "Are you serious? Like you can't get out of this?" I'm like, "I'm definitely not playing this anymore."
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so then we all know what happened to Infinite, which sucks, but it is what it is. Then Dragon Ball came out. Dragon Ball was on the scene, and it looks a lot like Marvel 3, but doesn't necessarily play exactly the same.
Oh no, it definitely plays like of course like an anime game, but a little bit different. Yeah.
Do you have a team?
I swear I picked it before Goichi picked it.
You
Yes, I actually picked Adult Gohan, Cell, and Vegeta first.
All right. Well, tell me, why did you pick that team?
I don't know. I thought Adult Gohan was actually pretty cool, and Cell, I've always loved the way that he's, the villain.
Yeah.
I think he was cooler than Boo. So.
Yeah.
And Vegeta has always been my favorite Saiyan. So yeah, that's pretty easy choices for me, I think.
Kind of lucked out there then.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this then, talking about Dragon Ball. So was the Cell Saga your favorite saga?
Oh, definitely, 100%.
What do you think of Dragon Ball Super?
I haven't watched it, so please do not say anything. Freaking Dragon Ball Fighters spoiled, a little bit of it. So
Yeah.
I was like, who the hell is Hit? Who is Goku Black? So yeah, I kind of know about those characters now, but it kind of sucks. But it's okay. I haven't seen it. I was waiting for the whole series to finish so I can watch everything like fast.
That's the best way, actually, because I just did that, and there are some filler episodes which are quite annoying. And some are good, but there are some filler that's quite annoying, and at least with binge watching you can skip them. If I was watching them week by week, I think I would have killed myself.
Oh my god. I've seen so many people on Twitter, oh my god, when is the next episode? And I'm like, well, I definitely don't have to deal with that. You guys will see me when the thing ends. So
Yeah. All right. So we won't go too much into that then. Yeah, and it's going on right now, so we're going to try and wrap this up so we can go downstairs and watch the rest of that game. Have you got, I guess you're a busy boy at the moment, but what else is going on in your life? Have you got any Any new activities or hobbies or anything like that?
No, to be honest, it's basically the same thing. I've been working so much. Sadly, you guys haven't seen me that much because I have to work. And now me and my fiance got a dog also. So it's been very, very hard.
What's that? Tell me about the dog.
He's a mini husky. His name is Kiro. You guys will probably see him on stream.
Oh, great.
He's very cute, but he's also very rowdy. So he likes running around all the time, and Wilson and him fight all the time, and Wilson smacks him in the face and stuff like that. It's pretty funny, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah, as you guys know, Wilson is my cat.
Right.
And yeah, a lot of people know it by Wilson don't jump because it's one of the stream things.
Yeah. So Kiro, the name comes from where? Is that an anime or something?
That's just how we got him. His name was Kiro, so we just
really?
kept it with him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you got 2 animals now.
3.
3?
Yeah, we got Tobias also. There's another cat. The stream knows about him, but he likes to just stay away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You really got a little family going there.
Yeah, I told my fiance the house is becoming a zoo. So
Yeah. No, I have 1 cat, and I couldn't imagine 3 animals, but
yeah, all that hair shedding everywhere. So
oh man, yeah, that's ridiculous.
yeah, we literally have to clean the house at least every week. Have maids and stuff.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot more money there. So,
maybe it's more manageable with 2 people, I guess.
yeah, but it's fun. I mean, other than that, I've been working out a lot and eating a lot better. So
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. I think everyone should, and I think everyone in the FGC is starting to get on it, which is great, as you said.
Awesome. I'm actually really happy about that. Really happy because you start seeing the people go like this a little bit, and it's kind of sad at the same time, I think.
Well, traveling's hard. I had this conversation with a lot of people. Traveling and eating is really hard.
I mean, I definitely felt the pain a little bit. Like last year, no, actually 2 years ago when I traveled everywhere, I couldn't work out or anything, so I put on the pounds and I was looking pretty unhealthy, and that's kind of sad in my opinion. So I encourage everybody to work out and just eat better.
You heard it from PR Balrog, so do it. All right, so last question is the same question that I always ask, which is there anything that is, I think this might be the shilling part, but is there anything I remember last time I asked you just went total shill. It was brilliant. But is there anything you wish I'd asked you, or anything that you want to talk about?
I really don't buy any other questions, but you should always ask, what do you think about Street Fighter V's Netcode?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I freaking hate it.
Okay.
That shit is crap.
I can certainly throw that in there.
Yeah, that Netcode is crap. I'm sorry, Capcom, but your Netcode is crap.
Okay. On that note, but I mean, it's true. Online is where it's at, man. The Netcode has to be sorted.
I'm trying to practice. I can't.
Yeah, and stream, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I have seen you tweet before where you said, guys, it's not happening tonight.
Yeah, I just can't. If I see a rollback, it's one of those things that you play the game, you go online, I see a rollback, right away I turn off the game. That's how it is. That's my life right now. That it is what it is. So Capcom, your Netcode is crap.
Okay. Alrighty. So you want to talk about this?
Oh, I mean, I've been with them 2 years.
Yeah,
I think everybody.
we already had that conversation, right?
Yeah.
All right then. Well, it's a pleasure as
Thank you very
always.
much.
Yeah, brilliant, and we hope to see more of you on the scene and streaming again. And I'm so happy you're playing Akuma.
Yes, I know you are.
Yeah, I'm always psyched about Akuma players. So we'll say goodbye to these guys. All right, bye guys.